Welcome to Seattle Pinoy TV. I'm Ellen Avalera, your host for this interview with the Deputy Consul General of San Francisco, Deputy Consul General Jaime Ramon Ascalon. We are very honored that we are able to interview him on some subjects that you all need to hear about: the United States-Philippine Friendship Caucus, the visit of President Obama to the Philippines, and the signing of the EDCA, the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. Welcome to Seattle Pinoy TV, our Honorable Jaime Ramon Ascalon. Would you like to say something about the U.S.-Philippine Friendship Caucus now and the ongoing coordinated efforts from the Consul General of San Francisco about the visit of President Obama and about the Enhanced Defense Cooperative Agreement that was just signed on May 6, 2014. And the question that I wanted to follow up with our Honorable Jaime Ramon Ascalon is that when is the absolute deadline for the launching of the U.S. Friendship Caucus, and also with regards to the ongoing effort that they have for the overseas voting for the 2016 election in the Philippines. So what's the deadline and where are these going to be held, during the Philippine Consulate on Wheels here in Washington State? For our kababayans, I think this is a very important factor that they need to know about the ongoing efforts of the Philippine Consul General of San Francisco. And we here in Washington State to be cooperative and engaged in these efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting me to Seattle Pinoy TV. With regard to your question regarding the United States-Philippines Friendship Caucus, we are really pleased that Congressman McDermott, Congressman Adam Smith, and Congresswoman Del Bene were able to participate in the caucus, and this will mean a lot for our kababayans because the caucus was organized to provide a venue for members of the House of Representatives to advance Philippine interests, or the interests of the Filipino American community in the United States. And this is also a reflection of ties between the United States and the Philippines. We have a defense alliance. We have more than 3 million Filipinos in the United States, or those with Filipino heritage. So it's just right that we have this group of representatives that know and are aware of the interests of the Filipino American community here. So we strongly encourage our kababayans in Washington State to their representatives, and also to encourage their other representatives who have not signed on to the caucus to be members of the caucus. I guess one important check here is that we should also, our kababayan should also be active politically, because by doing so, this will be sensitive to, and I guess this is one clear way of showing that the representatives are listening to our community. So again, we call on our kababayans to reach out to their representatives. And may I also, well, apart from elections here in the U.S., I'm pleased to note that we've already started with the registration for overseas voting, 2,000 presidential and senatorial elections in the Philippines. So last May 6, we started the registration, and this will go on until October 31st, 2015. So we have 17 months for kabayans to register, and definitely when we'll have our consular outreach mission in overseas voting registrations come to the consulate here until next year. No? So it is significant. We have a new law that amended the previous Overseas Absentee Voting Act. What are the features of this law? First, they now call it overseas voting. Previously they called it overseas absentee voting, but they removed the word absentee because that this is in recognition of the fact that the Filipino American in the U.S., because we allow dual citizens to vote for elections in the Philippines. Second, and more importantly, for our permanent resident here in the United States, previously there was this affidavit that they had to sign, an affidavit of intent to register from the forms. They no longer need to sign that affidavit. They just have to fill up the form. So there is no requirement for them to re-establish residency in the Philippines for them to be overseas absentee voters. So we strongly encourage our kababayans to register and vote for the Philippine 2016 presidential, vice presidential, senatorial, and party list elections.
So thank you again, Siapo Pinoy TV. Thank you, our Honorable Consul, Deputy Consul General Jaime Ramon, Ascalon from San Francisco. And thank you, our viewers of the Siapo Pinoy TV. Thank you.